homestanding Duke Blue Devils, undefeated in conference play, take on the Miami Hurricanes from Brooksfield at Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina. It's been a tumultuous week for the Canes. The five-time national champions suffered the worst loss in program history last Saturday, 58-0 to Clemson. Head coach Al Golden was relieved from his duties on Sunday, ending his 5-year run. Tight ends coach and running game coordinator Larry Scott was named interim coach for the rest of the season on Monday. And hello from Durham, Alan Bestwick with Coach Dan Hawkins. We'll have a lot of time to get into the broader issues surrounding the Miami coaching change as the game goes on. But for the players and this game tonight, what's its impact?
Well, they got to go out and have fun. They got to cut it loose. These guys got to remember why they play football. Obviously, the loss on the field, the loss of their coach, their loss of their quarterback. They just have some losses within their football family off the field. This group really needs to come together tonight and remember who they are. That guy right there is going to get them to cut it loose tonight. Larry Scott, the interim coach for the rest of the season, a Sebring, Florida native in his third year on the Miami staff. Now, on the other sideline for Duke, they're in the middle of a terrific role for this program and contending to make another trip to the ACC championship game. You've got diametrically opposed groups here. Obviously, coming off a 4-overtime win against Virginia Tech gives them the 6th win. You see right there the record they've had over the last 27 games. They're now bowl eligible. They're trying to compete for that conference crown. This group has done a nice job this year. David Cutcliffe, what a story for an institution that comes in, survives 5 losing seasons with great vision, great passion, and purpose. And if they can win tonight, it would give the Blue Devils their first 7-1 start since the late 1930s. So, first lined up and ready to go, the Duke kickoff specialist, Ross Martin, ready to boot it deep. And it's Mark Walton and Corn Elder, 1 and 2, back deep to receive for the Hurricanes. I don't care who you have coaching the Hurricanes. These guys always got juice. You got to be careful in this kicking game because they got guys that can run. Kick short, taken at the 12 by Walton. Cracked, and the ball's out and picked up by Duke. Blue Devils have it out of bounds at the 15. There is a flag on the field. Watch the hit that is laid on here. Bang. Had some time the last 2 days to spend at Duke's practices. They spent a lot of time on special teams. And this crew, David Cutcliffe doesn't want touchbacks. He wants you to hang it up deep and let you go get it and try to get him down inside the 25-yard line. So here we go. Blue Devils off the turnover in plus territory at the 15-yard line going in. Their quarterback is Thomas Sirk, number 1. He'll throw on first down toward the end zone. And it's caught by the senior wide receiver, Max McCaffrey. Inside the 5 at the 3. What a great play. Muhammad coming off that outside linebacker spot. Got in there and got him pressured. He still made a great throw. Powell has the handoff. Grinding inside, but he'll be wrapped up there and will not get there. Chad Thomas, 9, makes the stop for the Hurricane defense. Now, the other thing you got going on is obviously Miami runs a pro-style offense. Duke is a hurry-up group, so you've got that contrast in this game tonight as well. Thomas Sirk, the redshirt junior from Florida, from Glen St. Mary, outside of Jacksonville. Met in the backfield. Penetration in the center of the line. And it was Jermaine Grace. Yeah, got through. Those guys bringing heat early on here. I think they're going to turn up the dial all the way in all 3 phases of this game. They brought pressure every single down, and I think that's going to trigger some emotions and get the Hurricanes playing fast and physical here early. 3rd and goal. You throw it here? Well, I think you might be in a kick situation here, so give Thomas a chance to get out and run pass. Sirk throws inside, fighting toward the goal line. Will he get there? No, he won't. Terrence Alls can't quite get to the goal line. It'll be 4th down at the 1. Juwan Young made that tackle there, 51, the Mike linebacker. Really love the passion that these Hurricanes are playing with here early. You know, they have to go sudden change on that first kickoff, not what you expect, but they're battling right down here close to the goal line. Quarterback change, number 12, Parker Boehm into the game. He's the short yardage guy for the Blue Devils. He's number 12. 4th and goal. He's got the ball. Does he have the touchdown?
They're marking him shy of the goal line.
What a
goes
stop.
over on downs.
What a stop. Hats off to Miami. On the road here, adversity all week, and on that kickoff return, Bain comes in at 220. He's like stopping a fullback.
Watch 47 of Famba Kamalu.
Great surge down inside. Good pad level. Look at the knockback inside.
Deion Bush there, number 2. So the ball goes over on downs. Now Miami right on top of their own goal line. And the keeper by the quarterback, Malik Rozier, number 12, who is one of the stories of this game as well. For that, we go down to the field. And Allison Williams.
Yeah, guys, Malik Rozier making this start because Miami's quarterback, Brad Kaaya, who leads this conference in passing yards, unable to even make the trip after suffering a concussion last week against Clemson. They felt it was in the best interest of his recovery not to travel with the team. Obviously, they will miss him on the field, but also they will miss his presence on the sideline, his leadership, and his ability to rally the guys.
All right, Allison, so there is Rozier with all the pressure on his shoulders to carry the Hurricane offense tonight. He handed that one off to Joseph Yearby, the sophomore running back, and he gets a few yards. Look at the numbers on Rozier, whose playing time for this season has amounted to mop-up time, and then the second half and part of the second quarter against Clemson last week.
Really important. They run the ball well and keep the pressure off of Malik. Backed up in his own end zone, 3rd and 5. You've got to be careful that you don't create the double negative and turn it over.
Tries to move the pocket under pressure, throws to the outside, wrestled for and caught by Herb Waters. He'll have the first down at the 20-yard line. And Rozier is down in the end zone.
They have struggled with pass protection all year long. Have been a great job in a lot of areas, but third downs, not one of them, and then sacks, not one of them. Great strong hands by Herb Waters, also dinged up this week. Comes in second lead receiver on this squad. Just kind of landed on that shoulder.
So if Rozier's the backup quarterback, there is the next man up. That is Vincent Testaverde, wearing the number made famous at Miami by his father, the sophomore who's walked on to the team after spending a year at Texas Tech, will be the next man in because Rozier will have to go out of the game for injury unless they spend the timeout. Now Miami's backup quarterback, Malik Rozier, was just knocked out of the game after taking a hit in his own end zone. And so the third string quarterback is Vincent Testaverde for the minute. They're running out of the Wildcat, and that was just Joseph Yearby, who's been fighting with the ball. Rozier starting the game tonight because of the concussion suffered by Brad Kaaya, the Miami quarterback, in last week's loss to Clemson, and coming back into the game now. And we haven't even mentioned all the other circumstances that have surrounded this Hurricane team all week long.
What toughness by Malik coming back into this game after getting rocked a little bit.
Handoff inside. Nice yardage here by Yearby. He'll have the first down across the 30.
Miami knew this had to be part of the formula tonight. Simple zone play. Yearby running tough. Guys coming off the ball, you're seeing a little bit of an energy from the Hurricanes. Obviously that defensive stop down on the goal line, and then the great third down throw out to Herb Waters. Good showing by Miami early.
So they move the sticks, and a fresh set of downs at the 31-yard line. Again, coming near side is Yearby, fighting with a pack of black shirts surrounding him. He'll have about 9 before he's stopped by Devon Edwards. Yearby, the leading rusher on this Hurricane team, the sophomore from Miami Central.
Miami going to be very content to chew clock, run the ball, be methodical, don't take sacks, don't turn it over. Time of possession will be critical for them tonight.
So Blue Devils running around, waiting to get lined up. Outside, Rashawn Scott, who we weren't even sure was going to play tonight after getting banged up last week against Clemson, has the Hurricanes near first down yardage. It'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, Rashawn Scott injured his shoulder last week. He's the leading receiver on this team.
Swing pass to Yearby. Running for the marker. Did he stretch forward for it? Where's the spot?
Look from here that he got it. But I don't know if they're going to spot it that way.
First down.
Yep. Good series of plays from Malik Rozier, the quarterback, coming in this game, being very efficient, mixing it up, some quick throws, getting the ball out of his hands, letting his playmakers run with it.
6 for 6 throwing the ball so far. He'll hand the ball again to Yearby, who can't get away from a Blue Devil at the bottom of the pile on the inside of the line. That was Brandon Boyce, 55, who got a hold of the ankles and wouldn't let go.
Boyce, a freshman. You look at this defensive line for Duke, and as you look at the recruiting efforts that Coach Cutt has gone through when he's been here, you start seeing some of those body types in that D-line you like to see. A little bigger, thicker guy that can plug it up inside.
And they come from everywhere, too. Greenwich, Connecticut, Shelby, North Carolina, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Rozier swings it outside, off the hands and dropped of Walton. Incomplete pass as the ball was moving forward.
They're going to have to get a little pump and go off that quick screen because Duke is triggering that, jumping and getting all over those plays. They need a little play action and get over the top.
So 3rd and 10. They're 3 of 4 on 3rd down tonight. Rozier had the long outside pass earlier to convert when he got the whack in the end zone to Waters.
There's Jeremy Cash right there. He's a guy you got to keep your eye on. He's going to walk up on the line of scrimmage. He's a blitzer. Now he drops into coverage.
Coming near side. Nice reach in and tip away by Breon Borders. 31 for Duke. And it'll be 4th down.
There you see where that timing just doesn't quite come together with a new quarterback and receiver. That's a comeback route against man coverage that Brad Kaaya probably has thrown a ton of times. Malik just hasn't got as many reps on it.
So Vogel on for his 2nd punt. Ryan Smith back deep to receive for the Blue Devils. Kick off the side of his foot. And will go out of bounds just inside the 20-yard line. Blue Devil ball still scoreless here. The handoff, fighting but not getting much. Jalay Duncan, and a flag on the field. And a stoppage here.
Personal foul, face mask, number 9, defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Very fast-moving first quarter here. A lot of running plays. A lot dominated by the Hurricane offense.
Both teams want to run the ball. That's kind of their mentality. Start in that running game and then work up from there.
Cirque to keep. They'll get a few, but not much. And so far, that Miami defense has been very stingy, including in that 4th and goal stop that they got early in the game after the turnover on the opening kickoff.
Number 8, the other defensive end, Al-Qadim Muhammad, had a nice game. He did a good job whipping inside there, getting after Thomas.
Parents Weekend here at Duke, and Halloween as well. There will be tricks or treats for the homesteading Blue Devils. I knew I'd say it sometime tonight. From college football primetime tonight from Durham, where Duke and Miami enter the 2nd quarter scoreless. Alan Beskett, Dan Hawkins, Allison Williams, and our college football primetime crew with you. 2nd and 7. Thomas Cirque and the Blue Devil offense looking to get something going after really not finding much room to work in the first quarter. Cirque throws and a nice pitch and catch. It's Eric Snyder who has the grab.
Eric had a great game last week. He comes into this thing with he's 6'7". That's a big target running down that seam.
Check that. That's Braxton Deaver, 89, not 88. My apologies.
He's only 6'5".
Yeah, only. So across midfield. Cirque to keep. Nice gain there. Thomas Sirk leads the team in rushing and in passing. Passing naturally as the quarterback. A look at some of the goals on the night for the Blue Devils.
They've got to prevent the explosive plays from Miami, which actually they have not taken one. And then Miami's actually running the ball pretty well early in this game.
And David Cutcliffe told us yesterday it was crucial for Duke to run the ball. There's the pass to Max McCaffrey, who's down across the 25-yard line. Ball comes out. Are they marking him down? They're not marking him down. That's a fumble and a Hurricane ball. Now they're talking about it.
The ruling on the field, the pass was completed and fumbled and recovered by Miami. First down.
So second turnover in the game if it stands, one for each side.
Definitely something that both of these teams take seriously, taking care of the football. Hard to tell exactly when that ball came out. Miami comes into this game plus 11 in the turnover category. Of course, they turned it over in the first kickoff return.
Yeah, that's got to be overturned.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called. First down, Miami.
Okay. Beats me.
Like I said, it's not what we think. It's what the guy over there thinks.
Well, one turnover apiece in this one. And Miami will take over the ball at its own 13-yard line.
Miami needs to come back with an explosive play of their own. They can't just keep dinking and dunking and getting in the screen play because Duke is jumping those plays. Running game's been good early on. Starting out empty here.
Malik Rozier, the quarterback, in for Brad Kaaya tonight. Takes a shot. Far sideline, caught by Herb Waters. And out of bounds, and a nice gain on first down.
That was a sweet throw. Good timing throw. Confidence builder for Malik. You see, going to run a corner out. Good separation. That's where you can say what you want. Boy, these guys got athletes now, and that's scary. And Duke knows it. Coach Cut knows it. These guys get fired up and get on a roll a little bit. They went flat for whatever reason against Clemson. These guys get hot a little bit. Look out, because there's athletes.
Rozier's 7 of 9 throwing so far. This one he'll hand off to Yearby. Fighting for the corner, but dragged down and hung on to. Nice play there by Britton Greer, 22 for the Blue Devils, the 50-year senior out of Charlotte.
Yearby's been impressive because they're trying to run a little power play off the right-hand side. It was blocked well, but it was jammed up, and he got some yards outside, and that was not where that play was designed to go.
Word from the video replay booth, Hawk, not enough evidence to overturn the call on the field. And the handoff again to Yearby. Grabbed down around the ankles by Breon Borders and dragged down. It'll set up third down.
Miami being patient with that running game because of the explosive receivers for the Canes. Duke really is forced to get 7 people into coverage, and that frees up your running game just a little bit.
3 of 5 on third down conversions for the Hurricanes tonight. You see they need the 46.
Waters down here at the bottom of the screen. He's been a go-to guy tonight.
Nice. Over the middle. David Njoku has the first down and has the ball down to the 30-yard line of Duke.
Great seam route, throwing it over Dwayne Norman, number 40 for Duke. Was a safety, converted to linebacker, but coming back down the seam. Sweet little throw. Malik's done a nice job here, really not turning the ball over. Timing, anticipation. And, of course, you got to give Coach Coley a little credit for dialing it up.
They spotted at the 33. Flags come in, a free play. They take the shot down the sideline, into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami, Herb Waters.
Offside, defense, number 99. Penalties decline, touchdown.
How about the pitch and catch from Malik Rozier to Herb Waters on the free play when the offside flags were out?
Yep, good call by you, Alan. Everybody's going vertical. Think they got him off sides. What an accurate throw. I'll tell you the other thing is, what a really nice job by Herb Waters, really being relaxed there, not getting big eyes and letting that ball kind of slip in there. Normally the DB will anticipate the catch and get his hand in there.
Michael Badgley with a successful point after try, and the first points in this game come off a turnover. Miami marches down the field, and the pass into the end zone, 33 yards to Waters from Rozier. Larry Scott, the interim head coach of the Miami Hurricanes, before his team left the locker room to come onto the field. They lead 7-0 here at Duke now. Of course, suffering the worst loss in program history last week. Head coach Al Golden fired, losing starting quarterback Brad Kaaya, and now turning a turnover into 7 points on the road at Duke.
That's where you train.
Kick return by Devon Edwards. He mentioned, Larry Scott mentioned, their goals are still ahead of them. Miami still has the opportunity to be in this race for the ACC Coastal Division title. They're a game or two behind, but they kind of are in this round robin. He mentioned all of the games are ahead of us now. The three teams that were undefeated starting the weekend, North Carolina, Pittsburgh, and Duke, plus Miami, all still play each other as they go throughout these final 5 weeks of the season. And these are, to quote Larry Scott, the games that matter. Cirque throw as far side falls incomplete in the direction of Sean Wilson.
Duke fans don't like it, but just playing hard, not sure exactly what's going on, so he's going to pick it up and run it in just in case.
So Duke needing to get something going here. Not having the ball in their possession very much in this one. They throw outside again. Fighting for some yardage on the far side was Shaquille Howell. He was cracked over there by Jaquan Johnson, number 4 for the Hurricanes.
Wholesale substitutions coming in on third down. Miami really running to the football, playing fast and physical. A lot of popping going on. Done a nice job keeping Thomas Cirque under wraps. They need to keep an eye on the quarterback, particularly here on third and a manageable about 6.
Near side, did he catch it? No, just out of the reach of Max McCaffrey, and it'll bring up 4th down and bring on the Duke punting team.
A lot of man coverage by Miami. This is where guys have to win one-on-one matchups. You got to get in and out of your cut. You got to create a little separation, and when you got a little athletic mismatch, it's hard.
So 2 key plays in this game. One, the 4th and goal stop by the Miami defense that kept Duke from getting into the end zone on the opening drive of the game. And then the turnover that wasn't overturned that Miami, and a bad punt by Monday.
Highly unusual. Will Monday's a good punter.
Yeah, the 5th-year senior who just had what might have been one of the toughest kicks he's ever had. Miami with a 7-0 lead on Duke, and all of the breaks in this game going the Hurricanes' way so far. A shanked punt by the veteran and very good punter Will Monday of Duke sets Miami up at the Blue Devil 35-yard line. Malik Rozier subbing for Brad Kaaya at quarterback. Will throw. Stacy Coley will catch and run. And for more, let's check in downstairs with Allison.
Well, on this Hurricane sideline, you've seen a lot of camaraderie. This team really coming together, like head coach Larry Scott asked of them. After Rozier scored that touchdown, everyone from special teams, defense, offense, all coming up, mobbing him, congratulating him. For James Coley, their offensive coordinator, really working on the mental side with Rozier, asking him questions like, if they bring the star, what do you do? What's your first read there? Trying to break in this new quarterback.
Yeah, it's always, as Walton takes it up the middle, Jeremy Cash in on another tackle. It's always a challenge, right? And Hawk, you and I have talked about this before. So you take a 18, 19-year-old kid and you throw him out there in a stadium and on national TV and you say, okay, be calm and execute, go.
Yeah, and he's young and given everything that they've gone through, so really good job by the whole staff. And I've been really impressed with Coley's plan and a whole variety of formations and motions and plays, and being able to get rid of the ball quickly for Malik, allowing him to have some success, taking a few shots when necessary.
Like here, just over the outstretched hands and a step or so away from Herb Waters, who caught the touchdown ball a little bit ago.
He gets a little more experience. He's going to throw that ball just a little flatter and outside. and let her bend it and get out there and catch that ball.
So 3rd down here for Miami.
Really done a nice job keeping Duke off balance, and particularly Jeremy Cash. He showed up early on in that first drive. Jeremy located in the back end. Doesn't appear like he's going to blitz this time. There he is up the top of your screen. Now he's coming back down there on the line of scrimmage. Going to bring him.
Throw near side into the hands of Stacy Coley. He'll have the first down, stumbling toward the goal line. Did he get there before he hit the ground? No, they'll mark him down inside the 1-yard line.
Second time they've run that smoke screen in this drive. Threw it away from Jeremy Cash. He didn't have a chance to get in on it. Good blocking. He is going to be close, I think, when this thing's tough to tell a little bit. His knee hits right there.
Yep.
Where's that ball? Look at the shadow. Boy, not sure the angle exactly, but yeah.
Yeah, well, that's it. The camera angle. That's from the back of the end zone. So.
Coach Scott's wanting to get looked at.
1st and goal from inside the 1. Plunging toward the goal line, looking for the goal line was Mark Walton. He'll be stopped at about the 1-foot line. Guess who? Jeremy Cash.
Have not seen Yerby back in there. Thought he might have left a little bit dinged up on that last drive. You think he's got a little bit more juice. Maybe still on the sideline. They're waiting for a while to get this. So maybe they have to take a timeout here at some point. Walter Tucker coming in at tailback, number 44, and they give it to him. He almost turned it over.
Ball is out in the back of the end zone. Fallen on by a hurricane. Touchdown, Miami.
Yeah, it was coming out of there loose. I said he almost turned it over, and I thought he got trapped. That ball skidded through there. Got a new running back into the game. Mechanics not quite the same.
The runner, being near the goal line, was fumbled into the end zone and recovered by Miami. Touchdown.
66, Sonny Adogwu finds the ball and gets on it. And he will have the touchdown for the Hurricanes.
Hurricanes getting a few breaks here early on. Probably wish they'd have had a few of these last week against Clemson, but they're getting a few things to go their way early.
So Badgley on here for the point after, which will go through. So goal line plunge that winds up being a fumble into the end zone and a Hurricane touchdown. One of the big guys, 318-pound Sonny Adogwu, gets the 6. So the Miami offense.
There's Joe Yerby over there. We thought maybe he was dinged up a little bit. He appears like he's okay. They're saying he's okay. We're just not sure why he wasn't in there.
Miami offense getting it done. And now Devon Edwards with the ball for Duke. He'll get wrapped up and knocked down just across the 20-yard line.
A couple of shots serve their purpose. Help get that running game going a little bit.
There's Wilson on the inside for about 4. So the Blue Devils have struggled a little bit here at home as a ranked team in trying to keep those rolls going.
Back in '94.
Yeah. Cirque with time. And that first down yardage. And the flag will come in late. And more flags will come in.
There are 2 fouls after the play. Unsportsmanlike on number 1 of the defense. Unsportsmanlike on number 29 of the offense. Those penalties will offset. The end of the play results in a first down.
Listen for the whistle here on the replay. Again, just in Artie's defense here. I don't know. He was trying to complete the tackle. See, he's going down. Where's the whistle? Where's the whistle, Alan? Blow me out. I'm with you, Artie. I'm with you. Blow the whistle. Forward progress was blow the whistle. The whistle came out when the guy was on his way down.
Fighting for some yardage inside was Jalay Duncan. And a good gain there for the Duke running back. Duncan, who missed the first 3 games of this year and all of last season, has the ball again, and he gets twisted around and hit quickly there by Jermaine Grace for the Hurricanes. It'll bring up 3rd and short for Duke.
Have seen some line movement up inside defensively. Artie Burns checking back in at corner. Not as much blitzing against this running quarterback.
First down yardage for Duke. Jalay Duncan, suspended from the team for all of last year due to academic violations, then came back, readmitted to the program, had an injury problem that forced him to miss the beginning of this season. Looking for some yards after the catch was Jonell Barnes, but nice job on the outside by Jamal Carter to keep him from getting away.
Really impressed with how Miami's running the football here. And then, as you mentioned, Carter did a good job just getting him held up a little bit. That could have turned into a big gain.
Getting away, getting first down yardage, Shaquille Powell.
Wow, he must have, his jersey must be covered in Vaseline, because he went into a dark hole there, and I have no idea how he, look at that, bang.
Yeah.
Good leverage, good pad level.
Powell has it again. Hangs on through the strip attempt. And a nice gain on first down for the senior from Las Vegas.
205 pounds, but great leg drive, great pad level. O-line getting off. Miami needs to get their pads down.
Best drive of the game for the Blue Devils. Sirk keeps this one. He'll get a few inside. Jermaine Grace wraps him up. That's 5 down around the ankles.
This is their personality. Now, they took a couple of shots downfield, and even though they didn't hit them, that was able to get a little bit of pressure off of that line of scrimmage and help the running game get going.
So 1st and goal for Duke. Sirk hit as he throws. Ball will fall incomplete.
Great pressure. Miami crowding the line of scrimmage. Too many get blocked. Going to see pressure come from the top of the screen. Good effort, good disruption. Got to play good, tight red zone defense. Force Duke to kick a field goal.
So back to the original line of scrimmage. Sirk with time. Throws into the back of the end zone through the hands of Anthony Nash.
Good throw. You got to be careful a little bit of throwing that thing back into the middle. He had Nash on the back shoulder. See these defensive ends, Thomas and Muhammad, doing a nice job getting pressure. Miami elected to play for coverage that time, and they were still able to get some leakage and pressure with the front four.
So 3rd and goal from the 9. Sirk throws by a defender, and it'll go incomplete. Threw into the direction of Jonell Barnes, and it was Cornelder, 29, for the Hurricanes, who was there on defense, and the field goal unit will come on.
Really nice stand. See him right here. Good eyes on the quarterback. Trying to play that back shoulder. He was out of bounds as it was.
Yep, hat went down. So the field goal kicker, Ross Martin, is on. 88%, had been perfect on the season until he missed 2 last week in the 4 overtime win against Virginia Tech. He will knock this one through from 27 yards, and Duke is on the board. And Malik Rozier has done a solid job for interim coach Larry Scott, and Miami leads 14-3. We'll hear from Scott and Allison during halftime. For now, let's send it to Brendan back in the studio with our ESPNU halftime report. ready for the second half kickoff in tonight's ACC matchup between the Miami Hurricanes and the Duke Blue Devils. Canes leading 14-3 here in Durham. Alan Bestwick and Coach Dan Hawkins, one of Hawk's favorite sayings is 3 plays make the difference in every football game. 3 plays in the first half really stand out.
Yeah, it did. You can look what's going on here early on. You got to give the Canes credit because they came to play a little bit. And here early on, after that turnover, they stop them down here on the goal line. They get 5 shots inside the 5, and the Canes shut them down. Then here was the play. Ended up being a fumble. We didn't think it was a fumble, but doesn't matter what we think. It was called a fumble. Turns around, and the big deep shot here. Canes playing great in the first half.
Allison Williams is with the Duke head coach.
Coach Cutcliffe, how do you explain the 3 trips to the red zone and just the 3 points?
Well, I was really disappointed the first trip down there. The lost yardage, we have a linebacker come free on a shoot in the A-gap. Shouldn't happen, but it all did. And what I told them, this is predictably a war. Miami's a good football team with a lot of pride and a lot of great players. So what we have to do is go beyond matching the war. You got to make plays when opportunities present themselves. We got to show up our kicking game, and we got to get the ball in the end zone, in the red zone, play a little better on first down on defense and better on third down, and we've got a shot.
Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
That a moment ago, and another moment in that first half as well. Remember the shanked punt, the 11-yard punt that led to the other Miami touchdown. So Duke mistakes leading to Hurricanes points. Canes have also played well on offense. They'll start this half on defense. Devon Edwards in his end zone. He'll kneel it down. And the Blue Devils will take over on the touchback. Tonight's game track brought to you by Taco Bell. Look at some of the numbers from the first half of play.
Yeah, you really look at those third downs in that red zone, really killed Duke. And then normally time of possession, I think, is the most overrated stat, but not tonight when you've got Malik. You got him, a young quarterback in here, and he needs a little pressure taken off him. And then look at the pass yards. You wouldn't have expected Miami to come in and out-throw Duke here at home tonight.
So from the 25, Thomas Sirk, the Duke quarterback, leading the first Blue Devil possession. Remember, they came up empty at the end of the first half on the missed field goal. It'll be Sean Wilson for a few on first down. Sirk 13 of 21 throwing in the first half, 114 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. The Blue Devils with 74 yards of rushing, 114 yards of passing. But again, just the 3 points, even though they had the ball inside the 5-yard line twice. Tipped across the middle, intended for McCaffrey, and it'll fall incomplete.
Need to be careful. Kind of threw that really into triple coverage. Miami bringing some heat off the edge. This is where Thomas Sirk really needs to start asserting himself. 3rd and 7, got to have a big throw here.
And quickly to third down. 2 of 6 for the Blue Devils tonight. He'll have this one. That's Anthony Nash, who'll be out close to the 45-yard line. They're actually going to spot him down at about the 42. But Nash, who's been coming on of late for Duke, with a first down yardage on that reception. With some running room, Wilson finally going to be knocked down inside the 35-yard line. Sean Wilson, the sophomore from Charlotte.
There you go. Miami needs to get the signal and get lined up.
McCaffrey with a nice block on the outside to spring him there. Wilson again with the carry. Looked like he stumbled as he started to go through the hole. Trent Harris then wrapped him up and knocked him down.
Canes, they walk around, they try to kind of get in the muddle there back. They got to get lined up and then just turn their head and get the play and get ready to go. Rushing 3 this time.
Sirk with the dump off to Powell. He'll be tripped up and knocked down just shy of first down yardage by Dallas Crawford. 25 for Miami.
It's a smart read by Thomas Sirk there. Miami rushed 3, dropped 8, maximum coverage there. He didn't have anywhere to go. That was the smart play.
There's Wilson, who comes out of the game hobbling. So Jalay Duncan is in and has the ball and has the first down and has more. Touchdown, Duke. Allison told us earlier it was Duncan who came off the field and was trying to rally the Blue Devils on the bench. He just fought for a touchdown, and the first touchdown of the night for the Blue Devils.
Huge answer, simple zone play, nothing fancy. Missing tackles, breaking tackles, running people over. That's technique, that's effort, that's heart. What an answer by Duke. Coming out of the tunnel in the second half. I always think the first drive after the start of the second half, did you come to win? And that's really critical. It sets a tone for the whole second half.
Martin's point after try is good. So the nice drive down the field capped by the delayed Duncan run into the end zone. And the Blue Devils are back in it. The ACC on ESPN tonight with a Coastal Division matchup between the Miami Hurricanes and the Blue Devils. And Duke with a nice opening drive to begin the second half to get within 4 of the visiting Canes. Jalea Duncan with a 24-yard touchdown run. And the Blue Devils sideline is fired up. So Martin kicks. And Walton just misses a cut. Flag comes in late. Walton had a cut he tried to make to his left, and there was a lot of green space there. But he tripped up and went down, and now we'll check the flag.
During the return, holding number 4. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Here, Duke seeking its first 7-1 start since the late 1930s, trailing by 4 to the Miami Hurricanes.
Good job out on the edge, containing that run. Breon Borders doing a nice job. That was the area where Miami was getting after him a little bit in the first half. But yeah, to your point, Alan, earlier, I think Al Golden had a tough go. He shows up. He's got 2 seasons where they're facing sanctions or NC2A investigations. That was not easy. And it's not 20 years ago. I think the whole Miami community will look at where they're at and what they need to do facilities-wise and salary-wise and coaches-wise. Do not.
Oh, there's going to be a flag on that one. Rozier was under pressure in his own end zone, and he dumped the ball into the ground.
Wow. Rookie mistake. You can see that happening.
Number 12 of the offense. That penalty occurred in the end zone. The result is a safety.
So Rozier found himself under pressure, stepping into his own end zone, dumped the ball into the ground, give 2 points to Duke, and they'll get the ball back on the free kick. It's one of the things that David Cutcliffe told us they were going to do against the young quarterback, is that they would not be afraid to bring pressure, and that time they brought pressure and forced a mistake.
Yeah, Malik Rozier's done a nice job managing the game up until the last 2 drives, throwing the interception and then taking the safety there. People hate that term, game manager, but you just need to know when to cut your losses.
So the Blue Devils should get good field position out of this as well, as Justin Vogel will make the free kick from his own 20-yard line.
Yeah, Duke almost tried to go with 12 guys on kickoff return. And
Devon Edwards and Jonell Barnes are back deep. The punt is shanked. Will be taken at the 34-yard line. And the Blue Devils are really going to have good field position. So Blue Devils at their 41-yard line, looking to see if they can take the lead. Thomas Sirk brings it down. He'll have very short yardage. Remember earlier on a play when Shaquille Powell got knocked out of bounds and hit a security guard. They've been attending to the security guard since. He's about to be taken from the field on a stretcher. And our thoughts and best wishes certainly with him, as he had his back turned to the play and had no idea what was coming. Powell pushing forward near the line to gain. And they move the chains and give him the first down.
Nothing fancy about it, just inside zone. Quarterback Thomas Sirk has the opportunity to read it, but he has not really pulled it much. He just keeps handing it inside. They're productive. Pressure this time.
So taking a shot downfield. Overthrows John L. Barnes. Interesting one there. Entertaining one here. Shaquille Powell does not get anything on second down. It's going to bring up third down and long. The Blue Devils defense getting points on the board, making it a 2-point game. Now an interesting third down situation here for the Blue Devil offense.
Miami doing a much better job handling that inside run game. You got to think Thomas Sirk out on the edges here, being able to break, contain, and get something going with his legs and throwing the ball.
Gets it away. Powell out of the backfield, but he's well covered there. That'll be Cornelder for Miami, playing in the nice defensive stop. And it'll bring up fourth down at the 45-yard line going in.
Good adjustments by Miami defense. Great job against the run and then getting pressure and good coverage.
So the third quarter decidedly in favor of Duke at this one. The ACC on ESPN from the campus of Duke University in Durham, North Carolina, with a good one tonight. 2 points between the Miami Hurricanes and the Duke Blue Devils as we go to the fourth quarter. Alan Bestwick, Dan Hawkins, Allison Williams, and our ESPNU college football primetime crew. The fans fired up. Duke with the punting team on the field. Fourth down from the Miami 45-yard line. They tried to fake the punt last time. This time Monday will kick it and try to flip the field position. Fair catch made at the 12-yard line. And that is where the Hurricane offense will come back onto the field after giving up the safety last time they had the ball. Miami quarterback Malik Rozier subbing for the injured Brad Kaaya tonight. They start from their own 12. He throws near side. That will be caught by Stacy Coley.
Not a great throw. Good strong hands by Coley. Good call coming out with play action on first down. Been running the ball a lot there on first down, so good answer.
So give him 6 and it'll be second down and 4. Rozier tonight 17 of 24. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 215 yards through the air, and of course the intentional grounding in the end zone that gave Duke the safety. Here's Mark Walton hanging onto the ball as he's out near midfield and being hung onto there by Breon Borders.
Got in a tight end and a fullback. A little different wrinkle. Haven't seen this much. Duke didn't have enough guys in the box to cover up all the gaps and run zone play and cut it back. Staying with the same formation here.
So the longest play of the game for the Hurricanes on that one. They'll hand it again to the true freshman Walton. He'll be close to first down yardage before Dwayne Norman knocks him down. And they're across midfield and on the march.
Coach Coley's opening up the playbook tonight. He's seen a little bit of everything, even though you got a new quarterback. A variety of formations and plays, keeping this vaunted Duke defense off balance.
So second down and short.
Normally you think play action, but they've been running it so well.
It's a free play. Rozier throws down the far side, and a pass interference flag will come in. Duke jumped offside. They had the free play. Second time in the game when they've had the free one. Rozier's thrown the long ball.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside, number 55 defense is declined. Pass interference, number 21 is accepted. First down.
Alonzo Saxton tagged for the interference.
That's where you just give your receiver a chance to catch the ball, and really that underthrown ball, it's tough for the defense. If your head's not around and playing the ball, you inadvertently run right through the receiver.
Herb Waters there has been targeted 4 times tonight. 3 receptions, 70 yards, and a touchdown. So now down to the 31 of Duke.
Now Miami coming out in the 2 tight end, 1 back set.
And the handoff to Walton. Wrapped up around the ankles and dropped there by Devon Edwards. But again, a nice first down pickup for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, really great job by Walton. Just as he saw the opening, just made a decisive cut and accelerated up in the hole. All good backs, they will accelerate when they get there. Won't be any indecision. All their cuts will be clean, bursting through the hole.
Walton 8 rushes for 45 yards tonight. He's averaging 5.6 per touch. They bring pressure. Rozier throws the ball far side in the direction of Christopher Herndon, but he didn't have his head around by the time the ball came out.
Yeah, he got pressure. Herndon was trying to run the wheel route down the sideline. See Jeremy Cash come from the bottom of the screen right there, but Malik doing a good job getting rid of the ball early.
They brought the whole defensive backfield just about on that one.
Yeah, Jeremy Cash been pretty silent tonight, leading this conference in tackles for loss. He has blitzed a little bit, but see him right there, number 16. They move him around a bunch. He's going to the top of the screen, up here on the inside slot.
3rd and 3. Walton powers forward to move the chains for the Hurricanes.
Good surge.
Interim coach Larry Scott and his team trying to cap off a most difficult week with a win on the road at Duke. After the worst loss in program history a weekend ago, 58-0 to Clemson. Malik Rozier directing his team for what would be their first points of this second half if they can convert. Workhorse on the ground has been Mark Walton. He still fights forward for a couple there after he was hit in the backfield.
Miami trying to load it up. Come back with that 2 tight end. Fullback set. Duke coming back with an answer. Crowd in the box. Now Malik has to do a nice job managing the game. You're in a position where you got at least 3 points. Don't take a sack. Don't take a turnover. Okay, everything needs to be positive from here on in. Duke playing man across the board. Nobody in the middle of the field. Nobody home. Bringing everyone.
Get the ball off with 2 seconds on the play clock. Rozier throws into the corner of the end zone. Touchdown, Coley. What a nice drive downfield and answer by the Hurricane offense.
You're so right, Alan. Showing off. Look at those guys high-fiving, you bet. These guys been punched around here for a few days. They are coming out here and having fun. Great play, great series. Backed up again.
And a point after try is good by Michael Badgley. They've been punched around for a few months. These kids have had to listen to a lot of the noise around the program all season long. Tonight, they're trying to have an answer. They lead 21-12. It's a 9-point game after Miami puts a touchdown on the board. 21-12 here with 11 minutes to go in the ball game. Can the Duke offense now answer? After the Miami offense marched down the field, 8 plays, 88 yards, a little less than 4 minutes, and put their team back up by 9.
Be careful kicking it to this guy now. He's taken 5 back in his career.
Gets out to about the 24-yard line, and that's where the Blue Devil offense will come back onto the field. Thomas Sirk will keep this one. He'll have the first down. And he'll be out to the 45-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds.
Pulling the guard, leading with the back. It's quarterback run all the way. There's no read to that.
Nice block on the outside by Anthony Nash there, the wide receiver.
Miami been playing a little bit with a 6-man box. Here you see they're loading it up. Come back with Sirk running.
Made the read, made a nice game.
We just showed that graphic, and that's been the key to Duke's season all year long. Thomas Sirk leading these guys on the ground, and Miami needs to make sure that they hang in there with their focus on number 1.
Swings it out. McCaffrey. Nicely defended on the outside there. That'll be Cornelder with a nice play for the Miami defensive backfield.
Really solid open field tackle. Pretty good strong arm throw by Sir. You got to think, depending on how far Duke gets right here, you run the ball, you get close, you might want to be thinking about going 4 downs.
They need 3. Under pressure, Sirk throws into traffic, juggled, and it hits the ground. He was throwing in the direction of Nash. There was plenty of company there.
Wow, he got popped off the backside hard. Miami bringing pressure. Good edge play. Looks like Sirk wants to stay, and they are staying. They're going for it on 4th down. That's why I kind of thought they might run it, get a little closer. Look at that. Good coverage on the outside by Artie Burns.
So at midfield, 4th down. They're 0 for 2 on 4th down conversion attempts tonight. And Burns wrapped up there with Nash. The ball will go incomplete and will go over on downs to the Hurricanes.
Big bodies with those Duke receivers running a stop route at the sticks. And the DBs hugging up, not giving any ground whatsoever. You almost need a throw that gets right on. Looks like Coach Cutt was not necessarily happy with where he went on that throw.
And more on the Artie Burns story from Allison.
You mentioned he lost his mom just on Tuesday. The support he's got from his team has been tremendous. Several of the coaches coming over and giving him a hug after he made that play. But also the support from the community. And when he came off the field just now, the Miami fans here chanting, Artie, Artie. Guys, pretty amazing. The university set up a GoFundMe account for his family after his mother's death. They raised $40,000 in just 6 hours.
What a back shoulder throw and catch by Rashawn Scott. Penalty flag down.
Are you kidding me? Malik Rozier.
Offside defense, number 99. That penalty's declined. 1st down.
That was impressive. Straight fade route there. But he throws that, as you mentioned, Alan, back shoulder. He knows he's got one-on-one. Giving his guys a chance to make a play. And then what's really impressive is this receiver core has made plays.
How about Scott? Weren't even sure he was going to play tonight. Injured last week against Clemson. When I attended Miami practice Wednesday, he was wearing a yellow no-contact shirt. Couldn't practice with the team. Had to go off by himself for a while, but made the trip and just made a spectacular catch. Rozier will hold the ball and run with it. It's not something we've seen much of.
Yeah, power read with the quarterback. And again, they're very thin. Normally you get down here in the red zone, it's nice to have a little bit of a running quarterback and an answer. I'd like to see offensive coordinator Coach Coley. I'd like to see his call sheet after this game because it's thick. There's a lot of different plays rolling out here in the 4th quarter that we haven't seen all game.
And normally you'd think when you got a young quarterback in there, you do the opposite, right?
Not these guys.
So whistle going here. What's going on? Penalty flag down on the ground. And that is going to be a false start.
False start on the offense. All 11 players never became set before the snap. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Yeah, they tried to hustle to it and throw a quick screen outside and just didn't get down.
Season high in penalties for the Hurricanes. They had 13 penalties for 114 yards against Nebraska. And this one tonight, and this is going to be their 18th penalty for 167 yards. And
well, it's tough, particularly down here in red zone area. You know, every yard is critical when you get down here.
So back to the two tight end look here.
Again, 0 coverage, no free safety by Duke.
This will be Yearby, hit nicely behind the line of scrimmage by Dion Williams.
Now that's where having a young quarterback might hurt you a little bit because you probably like to check that play and get out of it. There was 0 coverage. You didn't really have a chance there. You need to be throwing the ball quick or going back to that fade route last time he was in the red zone.
Miami converted on a 3rd and 20 earlier in the game. Can they convert on 3rd and 19 here?
Well, the young quarterback needs to be smart. Just get some yards, even if you throw it short and you give your guy a chance to run for it a little bit. Get yourself in field goal position.
It'd be a 40,
take your points.
Sorry, Hawk, it'd be a 41-yarder from here if they gain no yardage. He'll hand inside. Yerby still on his feet. He'll be dragged down at the 20-yard line. So that'll bring about a 37-yarder for Michael Badgley to come onto the field and try and attempt.
Good management of the game. Yerby's been impressive tonight. He's run hard. And I think he's been a little dinged up. I don't think he's 100% healthy.
So there's the sophomore from Summit, New Jersey. 82% of the season, leads the ACC in scoring. And makes it a 12-point lead. Less than 6 to go. Duke needs to get some points and get them soon. Under 6 minutes to go in the ball game. And now the Blue Devils undefeated in conference play, coming in 1 loss on the season, trailing Miami by 12. Miami with 2 losses in conference play starting. We'll talk about the implications for a minute. John L. Barnes has the ball at the goal line. And a nice shoestring tackle made to knock him down at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and Miami just struggling, getting lined up. It's just not good.
Throw to the outside and falls incomplete in the direction of Eric Snyder. Look at that for Miami.
Well, normally penalties in a normal range are not an indicator of winning and losing. But, man, when you start getting up in that category, it's hard to overcome.
And yet they lead by a dozen. Cirque trying to get away. He'll get about half of what they need.
Miami getting good pressure, rushing only 4 that time.
So another 3rd down here. As Duke snaps the ball quickly, Miami still getting lined up. Cirque throws near side. Barnes has the reception and has the Blue Devil first down.
Great accurate throw down and away. Look at Miami. Look at the side. They can't get lined up. They never get lined up.
Long throw to the far sideline to McCaffrey from Cirque. I mean, long throw and complete.
McCaffrey had a huge day last week against Virginia Tech.
First down, McCaffrey again, 2nd consecutive reception. Had a career high in receptions last week against Virginia Tech in receiving yards, 94.
Miami trying to get lined up again. They can't get the ball spotted. Duke needs to just go as fast as they can because Miami can't get either lined up onside or can't get lined up in their gaps.
Just a couple on the sideline route to Eric Snyder. You mentioned McCaffrey a minute ago, and I said he had 94 yards last week. He's got 63 tonight here. For the senior from Colorado.
Working the perimeter to kind of save the clock.
Ooh. Artie Burns ran right through Eric Snyder and knocked that ball away. If he'd gotten there a half a step sooner, he might be celebrating in the end zone.
I think he was thinking about the hit necessarily. See, he was reading that. But, ooh, he just got it with his shoulder if he'd have been focusing with his hands. But, yeah, Duke needs to keep going fast.
They need to get a first down. Pressure. Cirque steps aside, throws incomplete to Barnes.
Yeah, Barnes kind of came out of his break stumbling just a little bit. Now, Miami had been playing 2 deep most of the time. They go with a single high safety. You might think if Duke sees that, again, working back down the hash mark. Max McCaffrey there on the near hash. Got a chance playing man coverage across the board, looks like.
Got it. McCaffrey, his knee touched the ground, but they'll move the chains and keep the Blue Devils' hopes alive.
Good scheme, good call. Miami going to see they're probably going to go back to more of a 2-deep shell this time.
Cirque throws near side. Did he get a foot down? They say yes, he did. Nice reception by Eric Snyder, the 6'7" redshirt junior.
He had a monster game last week against Virginia Tech. A couple touchdowns, big for Duke late in that game.
Their 4-overtime win at Virginia Tech. Cirque under pressure. On the stunt, dropped to the ground by Al-Quadin Muhammad.
Miami's really been running. You see Muhammad ducking up inside. They've run that TE stunt very well tonight, freeing up those defensive ends to come underneath and make plays.
3rd and long. Cirque fires into traffic. Caught somehow. What a catch. Terrence Alls.
What a terrific catch. Again, you see the arm strength of Cirque. Pressure in his face, still making a good throw. Spectacular grab. Got to have him at this time in the game.
3 minutes to go. Cirque across the middle to McCaffrey. He'll have just a few. Bring it inside the 15-yard line.
All right, if Duke can get into the end zone quickly here and save their timeouts, that allows them to kick the ball deep on the kickoff. They got to burn their timeouts here. They're in a must onside kick situation.
Cirque to Barnes. Through traffic, through the referee, and into the end zone. Touchdown.
Great effort. Miami playing man coverage. Ducking underneath.
John L. Barnes, the junior from Lehigh Acres, Florida, with his 3rd career touchdown reception, his 2nd of the season. Ross Martin for the point after try. And it's a 1-score game.
Thomas Cirque really showing his acumen on this drive. Some really good throws, spreading the ball around. Umpire couldn't even keep him out of the end zone.
Well, the 4th down conversion on 4th and 7, part of the 14-play, 75-yard drive. And now Duke within 5 on Miami.
Yeah, looks like they're going to go ahead and try the onside.
Ross Martin, the kicker. Boots to the near side. Nice play coming up through traffic to retrieve that ball for Miami by Christopher Herndon.
They had a chance.
Yeah.
They got a penetrator through the first line. Really sweet job kicking that ball back against the grain. See, right there, had a chance to go get it. Corbin McCarthy had a chance and just off the mark a little bit.
So the ball at the Duke 48-yard line. The Miami offense here looking to see if they can grind out a couple of first downs, make Duke use their timeouts, and run this thing out.
Well, you still can get the ball back here if you're Duke, but you just sacrifice a little bit of field position. Assuming that you do stop them.
Got the fullback in, and the handoff will go to Walton, who did so much work on that last drive, and the quick timeout call here by the Blue Devils. It'll leave them with 1.
Timeout. Duke, their 2nd timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
So Miami can let 20 more seconds run off the clock before they snap the ball, and you see Malik Rozier fully briefed on the situation from his sideline, and he'll do just that.
So you almost want to go ahead and take it anyway.
Yearby met in the backfield. Who else? Jeremy Cash. The Duke 5th-year senior from the Miami area wants to be an FBI agent. When we talked with him the other day, so impressive to speak with, analyzing football, analyzing life, analyzing his education. And for a defensive back to lead his team and to lead the conference and be one of the tops in the nation in tackles for loss tells you something about his aggressiveness in pursuit of the football. 3rd and 14 to keep possession. Rozier throws near side short in the hands of Waters. He's swarmed under there by Jeremy Cash. The timeout will be called by Duke, and it'll be 4th down.
Timeout. Duke, their 3rd and final timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
You've got Ryan Smith back deep. The Miami punter is Justin Vogel.
Duke worked a ton of blocks in practice 2 days ago.
They came after it. Smith signaling fair catch. The ball will bounce into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So, a minute, 50 seconds, no timeouts. They need the end zone. A field goal doesn't help. Thomas Sirk leading the Duke Blue Devil offense onto the field to start from their own 20-yard line.
John L. Barnes stays in the game. Max McCaffrey been his 2 favorite targets in the last drive.
Sirk throws coming inside from the far side. Terrence Alls. He'll be out close to the first down before he's knocked down by Jermaine Grace. Give him 11. Clock restarts as they set the chains. Sirk throws over the middle. Popped. As he tried to reach up and get that ball was Braxton Deaver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Minute 33 to go. Rayshawn Jenkins with the defensive play for the Canes.
You got to be careful here. You're throwing past the sticks down the middle field, you're in good shape. But if you're throwing underneath the sticks in the middle field, problems.
The clock will keep running. Underneath, into the middle of the field, but making a nice run after the catch. Max McCaffrey. Clock stops momentarily while they move the chains. Minute 25 to go.
Miami single high, been pretty much playing man underneath the whole time.
Sirk throws near side. Artie Burns has it picked off, or does he? Flag is down. There's a penalty flag down in the defensive secondary. Pass interference being signaled. The referee signaled both ways.
Pass interference, number 1 defense. First down.
Right, he was pointing at Burns, who's down the field. So the ball at the 49-yard line. Minute 17 to go.
Looks like they're going to bring 5-man pressure, and they do.
Sirk throws it up. He's got a receiver wide open, but it was over the head of Braxton Deaver and falls incomplete.
Braxton working outside. Crossed over the route of John L. Barnes.
Wholesale defensive substitutions for the Canes here.
Nobody down here on Barnes. Cornelder kicks back out there.
Sirk across the middle. Incomplete in the direction of Terrence Alls. It was Dion Bush who made the hit.
Good break on the ball.
So 3rd and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Miami going to bring 4 this time. Dropping 7 into coverage, too deep.
Sirk with first down yardage to Deaver. He's inside the 35 to the 34. A minute when they restart the clock after setting the chains.
They've hurt him with those seam routes. Happened last week, happened this game as well.
To the far side and too far ahead of McCaffrey. Again, the Hurricanes look to wholesale change defenders.
Got to get the call and get lined up.
52 seconds to go.
A lot of space inside those safeties down the hash mark here.
Sirk steps up. Throws. Incomplete. Flag comes in very late from way deep in the defensive secondary.
Pass interference, number 29 defense. First down.
Cornelder, the defender for Miami.
May have had his right hand on the backside. Looked clean with the left hand, but official was right behind him with that right hand.
So the ball to the 26-yard line. 47 seconds to go. Sirk's going to throw it up to McCaffrey. He and Elder are hand fighting, and another flag comes in.
Pass interference, defense, number 29. First down.
Yeah, Miami's got to gather here, play defense.
You call a timeout if you're Larry Scott?
Yeah, you might think about it. Settle your troops down, get on the same page. Guys huffing and puffing. Duke doing a great job being on the attack.
43 seconds to go from the 11-yard line. Sirk throws inside, down to the 3-yard line, make it the 2. Terrence Alls. 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Second down. Sirk keeps it. Stopped. Stuffed shy of the goal line. Clock is running. They better hurry up and get lined up. 20 seconds to go in the game.
Forward progress.
Now the referee has stopped the clock. Referee has stopped the clock. They're going to go look at this.
Duke made a first down on the play. The clock should have stopped at 22 seconds. Please reset it to 22. First down, Duke.
So now from the 1-yard line, they've got a couple of chances to try and punch it in. Clock is running. Duke better hurry up and get going, or they're only going to get one shot at it. No timeouts for the Blue Devils. 10 seconds. Sirk keeps it. Touchdown, Duke! There's an injured Hurricane down on the field. Did he get across the line? Did he break the plane? The official on the far side said yes.
Thomas Sirk, when this team needed him, boy, he put him on his back and got it done.
Look at Juwan Young, 51 there. Dig the feet in. So now the Blue Devils need to go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game. Sirk keeps again, and he'll get there.
Cyborg, they call him. I guess that's why.
Sometimes you know when something special is going to happen for a football team, when they get difference-making wins, signature wins. And if the Blue Devils hold on for these final 6 seconds here, this is going to be a signature win for David Cutcliffe's team.
You've got to have those breakthrough moments. Give Coach Cut credit. He's done an amazing job here.
And now, kickoff, a kick return. Hey, would you just kick this out of bounds if you're Duke? Give him the 35-yard line with 6 seconds to go.
Might not be a bad plan. Going to be a lot of rugby going on here.
Take it short. Lateral. They practiced that on Wednesday. Time's going to expire on the game, so this either goes or it doesn't. Ball's still alive. It's got to be a backwards lateral. Get behind it. Still alive.
Duke doing a nice job staying spacing all over. Oh, he got a block.
Blockers. They got blockers. They've got a lane. 40-yard line. No black shirts between the goal line. Can you believe what you just saw?
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. The play is under review.
There are Duke players down, there are Miami players down, and they'll check each and every one of those laterals to make sure it was backwards.
And for once, there's no flag.
There might have been just one come out.
Both teams had worked on that play. Duke was spread out across the field, playing zone coverage.
During a return, there was a block in the back for the return team. That's a 10-yard penalty. There will be an untimed down. The play is still under review.
Wow. Wow.
And the flag was on the 25-yard line.
See what we can see.
Here we go. Yeah.
That's not it. I don't believe.
Definitely backwards.
I saw one when the ball got a little further down the field.
There. Backwards.
Yep.
Backwards.
Was he down? That's what the Duke fans watching this on the big board are asking. Elder there had to make sure that was backwards. That is.
Ooh.
Now watch up here. Coming up here somewhere. There it is right there. And was that one? Or that one?
A lot of emotion. This is where both sides need to stay poised here.
Yeah, it's fair to say the Miami sideline is very riled up right now.
Yeah, maybe a block there in the back.
Well, that's where the flag, if that's, you said the flag was on the 25-yard line. If that's where the flag was, that was at the 25-yard line.
Well, and again, if that's it, that's yet another not a very smart penalty because that block didn't need to be made.
After review, there was never a knee down by any of the runners of Miami. However, the blocking question was from the side, not from the back. It's a legal play. Touchdown. Game is over.
Hurricanes win. Allison?
Coach Scott, oh, wow, what an ending. Describe for me what you just saw on the lateral there to get that touchdown.
Kids that just was not going to lose. They weren't going to lose. They never gave up. It's the same thing we've been preaching since day one, though. We can't beat guys. We can't give up. Can never give in. It's never over. It's never over. We practice every day that there's 4 zeros on the clock. Every day. It's never over.
This team needed this win so badly. What are your emotions right now, especially with the way you just won it?
I mean, you hope as a coach you can teach guys life lessons, you know? And then you hope they come to fruition so that they'll start to believe. And that's all that was. We preached all week. We wanted to touch the human element of these kids. Let them know everything that happened to you is real. But such is life. It's all like, but who's going to fight? Who's going to make the decision to fight? We're not going to be the 9, but you got to fight. And we had to overcome penalties. So it's still the same thing. So some more adversity comes on, and you still have to overcome it. Man, what an awesome, I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say.
As the referees were looking at that final play, what was being said on the sideline? What were you guys talking about? What were you feeling?
Well, anytime you have that kind of deal go on, there's anger. There's a range of emotions that's going on, and you're trying to compose them. But they gave everything they had, and it's hard. But you got to do it. You got to have some composure, and that right there was going to be another opportunity to teach. And that's what we are. We're mentors, we're teachers. We got to take advantage of every teachable moment. And so we got to teach them even in this. But it's awesome for things to work out the right way when you do it the right way.
What does this win mean to your team, to your guys?
I think, you know what it means? It's a testament to everything we started out doing this year. The foundation is strong. A wise old man told us, unity overcomes adversity, and that's what happened tonight.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
What a football game. What a capper to a week of stories and turmoil for this Miami program. Well, interim coach Larry Scott said he wanted his team to have fun. He wanted them to remember why they play football, which is to have fun, and how privileged they are to have the experience of playing college football. My old pal Benny Parsons used to say, the winner's the one that has the most fun. Well, Miami had the most fun here tonight, and it certainly was an emotional journey all the way through. Now for Duke, they've got a big game against North Carolina in Chapel Hill next week. That is now crucial to their hopes of representing the Coastal Division in the ACC Championship game back in December. And for Miami, what a week it was. The worst loss in program history last Saturday. Their head coach, the man that recruited them to campus, fired on Sunday. They come up here helping a grieving teammate and fight to try and stay alive and keep their season's goals intact. And an 8 lateral 75-yard play with 6 seconds left to go on the clock gives the Hurricanes the win. What a night here in Durham. 30-27 Miami is your final score. Hard to top this one. So long from Durham.